Stampers, welcome back. We are on card sketch number 29, just 2 left to go. And here is the picture of it, and you can see last fall I used this stamp set here with this coordinating paper. As soon as I get started, I'll show you how I'm going to do the same exact card sketch, but doing something a little different. So before I get started though, I'm Kristina Reese. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I want to thank you for watching my channel. Okay, let's get started. So we have card sketch number 29 here. For my card, what I want to do is, instead of stamping an image and cutting it out, I'm using this designer series paper. And this is our Mosaic paper. It is just gorgeous. It has lots of beautiful elements that you could cut out instead of stamping. Look at these cute hummingbirds, cut those out. Fussy cutting is something that is a very relaxing activity. For some, others it is very stressful. So whether, whichever it is for you, I did want to show you how simple it is to make a card though using fussy cutting. So this card sketch, if you will notice, let me bring it up a little closer for you so you can see. You can notice it has 2 horizontal layers here, a dark and a light. Those could be anything. That can be, in this example over here, I have the coral cardstock and I put the designer series on top. Then there's a circle and a tag. So for my circle in this example, I use a doily. Then I put the bird and the roses and stick out some leaves and things. There's a strip of coral paper there and the tag, happy birthday, but there's also ribbon behind it. You can't see the ribbon very well, but there is ribbon back there. So I want to show you how I make this card, but this time I'm not going to actually have a circle item here. Instead, what I'm going to use is the rose from this designer paper, and that rose is, a circle-ish shape. So there it is, cut out, fussy cut. So I'm using that as my circle instead of a doily or a piece of paper cut out. I also fussy cut, so let me put these on the cardstock so you can see them better, some butterflies, some extra leaves, okay. And then also this paper, this designer paper has this beautiful striped paper, and I thought that would be really cute on the bottom of our card. So let me just put this together real quick for you to see. Pull these over here. And I just need some adhesive. So I'm using my snail, my tape runner. And I just do that. Now my card is opening this way, and I said I wanted it on the bottom. Just kind of line that at, whoops, all right, come on. Having some difficulty making it line up. There we go. Okay, so we have now, like our card sketch shows, the 2 stripes here. So we have the card base and we have the designer paper here. Next, now it doesn't have any, like in the design, it doesn't say to put like a strip over the seam here. You can just leave it just like that. But I have this really pretty ribbon that comes in the new in color terracotta tile, and that's picking up the terracotta tile in this paper here. So I'm going to put this strip just right here. Now it's a little longer than the card, but that's okay, because once I get it taped down, then I'm going to take my snips and trim it so it's exactly even. And I'm just putting tape runner. I find tape runner is one of the easiest ways to attach ribbon. And put that there. Use fingers to press. And then I just take my snips. Oh, I also notice that my designer paper is a little longer than my card. So while I'm snipping, I'm going to go ahead and trim that also. Okay. And come to this side. And there we go. So now we have our card front, our card base. So we have our rose that we're going to stick on here and these extra leaves. Alrighty. The ribbon gives it some dimension here. So as to not have this rose look so lopsided, let's raise that up with Stampin' Dimensionals. These are so fun to use. All right, trying to find a sheet of them. There they are. Okay. And let's see, I want this rose to go right there. So let's put a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of the leaf and across the other side. All right, and that should be enough. Okay. Now our leaves, our extra leaves here, I'm actually not going to pop those up on dimensionals. I'm going to leave them flat so that it really gives you that 2-dimension. So I'm just going to use a little of our multi-purpose glue. You could use tape runner. I just find glue is a little easier to manipulate in these little situations where you're tucking it underneath something. All right, and just put that right there. And these guys on this side. Oops, come on. There we go. Now this little guy is actually on top of this leaf, so you know, I think I might have that up on a dimension. I like that idea. There we go. My little creative juices flowing, and it has a cute little little honeybee there. So I'm going to let him stay. All right. So now we look at our card sketch here, and we have this stripe and this stripe. We have our circle element. Now we just need our sentiment tag. We have a stamp set that is so fun. And it's called Here's a Card. Happy birthday. Thank you. You made my day. But what's so fun about this this stamp set is it has this inside saying, I made you a card because you're worth it. So happy birthday. I made you a card because you're worth it. Thank you for being my friend. I made you a card because you're worth it. So I thought that's really cute. Congratulations. I made you a card because you're worth it. All right, so I have my happy birthday stamp here. Now I have lots of colors I can choose from. I can go with this terracotta tile. I have the mint macaron here, the espresso, the green from the leaf, the yellow from the bee. Decisions. Let's see, my little yellow butterflies are going to be there. So, and yellow on white cardstock doesn't show up very well, so I don't need yellow. The dark is so dark. Maybe mint. I'm really leaning towards this terracotta tile. I really like it. It's like I said, it's one of our new in colors. It's available this year and next year, but then it will be discontinued. That's how our in colors work. They're available for 2 years and then they discontinue them. All right, so let me just ink up my little happy birthday here. And I know that my tag is going to tuck under my rose, so I do need some area there to tuck it under the rose. And this is just a scrap of cardstock. As you can see, it's got like where I'd cut out a piece there. So we have that stamped. And we're just going to tuck that little guy right in there. Oh, gosh, that dimensional's in the way. Okay, not a problem. Cut back some of that. There we go. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then, of course, I want a cute little end here. And I just love doing what I call flag tails. And I just cut up the center. Then I go from each corner and just create that cute little flag tail. All right. So now we have the happy birthday there, and that can go right there. And you can still see the ribbon on both sides. All right. It is on the ribbon, so it's probably going to need to come up over that. So more dimensionals here. And let's see, where can I put them so it'll stick? So right there and right there. And then let me get these two little guys on here, and one I'll lift up and the other one I'll lay flat. Let's have this one that's straight glued onto the background, onto the card base. Oops. Okay. Yeah. There we go. All righty. Okay, voila, we're done. Close up my ink here. Very simple. You take a card sketch, you make a card. So like I said, when you're trying to design a card, you can't think of something. If you start with your card sketch, what you do is you say, okay, I have a circle here. Is there something in my stash that's round? Whether it be doilies, as in the idea I did back in the fall, or in this case, I knew that these flowers were very large and that would make a good focal point there. So you're trying to find something round and that would work there. Then you're doing two different patterns in the background. So it can be a solid and a design. It could be two different designs, two different patterns. You could use your embossing folder and make a part of your card, embossed and the other not embossed. All kinds of things to connect the two different layers there. You can put a ribbon or another piece of paper or just leave it the way it is. All kinds of ideas. In the sample, it's got the sentiment tag on top of the circle. I put it underneath the circle. This is called creativity. This is how you create and you come up with new ideas. And this card is unique. You won't find it anywhere on the internet. I just came up with it literally. Well, I came up with it yesterday when I designed the card for the video. But other than that, it is brand new. I just came up with it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, this tutorial on how to go from a card sketch to a card. I'm loving doing the series with you. I only have one more in this series, number 30, the last one. Then I'm going to be starting another series called the 12 Cards of Fall. So kind of a takeoff on the 12 Days of Christmas. I'll be using some of these sketches here in this sketchbook. If you don't have a copy of this sketchbook, you can get it. There's a link in the description below. The monies that I collect for this ebook, $4.95, help go towards my business and help support me. And I so much appreciate those of you who have purchased it. With that, I have nothing else to say except I hope you have a wonderful, creative rest of your day. Bye-bye.